ganks that their team could have had otherwise had he not overextended himself so many times. The Scourge are continuing to do what they want to do. They just want to farm. They want to get this Monkey King bar up on that Faceless Void. And then I believe they will just go to make the push and finish it off. Because it is too late. There's a Ginsu up on Enigma. A Ginsu is always an amazing item. I do believe that a pipe would have been much more sufficient at this point in finishing that up first before going for your Ginsu, as you are going to be able to Ginsu the Void, yes, but they're going to be able to Ginsu Chaos Knight. Are you really going to be able to DPS the Void down in that time without the Chaos Knight? I don't think so. I believe that pipe would have kept them alive much, much better in terms of that Maledict, in terms of the Death Ward, in terms of the AA Blast. I believe it would have been much more beneficial to the team to go that route. As this Scourge, we're gonna do a Roshan, but it appears that they felt the oh, okay. The courier has been killed by Blood Angel way up here. I'm not sure about that. As they will attempt to pick off this AA first, but a blink in from this, and you're targeting the Chaos Knight. I hope you're aware. Chaos Knight's going to be the hardest one to kill. And down goes the Witch Doctor. Eventually down goes the the Ancient Apparition. And eventually down will go PGG. I'm not sure what PGG was doing by blinking in and attacking this Chaos Knight. I'm not too sure. He has 4k health if he's aware. I assume he's aware. I mean, he's a professional. He should be aware. 4k health. You don't attack somebody with 4k health. He really needed to go towards the supports. I really felt like that was a bad choice in that team fight, and they're going to lose the game. They're not lose the game. They're going to lose middle racks because of this. That was just horrible play coming from the Scourge. Now, my only question is, Sentinel, 15 minutes ago, this was you could have done this. What else did they? What other items did you get that were so important in terms of getting the kill? Sure, that Ginsu was fairly important. However, I don't believe that it was necessary for them to bring him down. It just wasn't. They could have done this 15 minutes ago. In my opinion, they're lucky that the Scourge really just had a bad engagement. They really forced they targeted the Chaos Knight, first of all, who is, you know, absolutely ridiculous at this point. And I'm going to go ahead and give it a pause because this game is over. I'm going to continue to talk about that last team fight, which pretty much lost the Scourge of the game. You don't target somebody with 4k HP and expect to get a kill. You have Enigma sitting at 2k HP, you have Lich sitting at 1500 HP, you have a Puck sitting at 1400 HP. You could take them down so quickly, and then the Chaos Knight has no extra DPS, stuns, anything to really help him out. He's really, you know, left out to dry by himself. And he really isn't going to be able to do anything once the rest of his team is gone. If I had to pinpoint where the Scourge lost this, it was in their inadequate places that they picked team fights and ganks. They were overly aggressive for the majority of the game and bit them in the ass. They would get kills and then die. Now sure, you got some EXP, but you lost all the gold progression from that, especially with Void. There was many times in the game where Void was joining in the team fights when he really just should have been farming. He really should have been trying to get to the point he was at much earlier. This Chaos Knight with 282 kills is just ridiculous. Creep kills is, you know, ridiculous. It's just wow, holy shit. That's what you can say about that. Darkrow with a very good farm, coming away with 139 kills, as well as, let me check out, 57 neutral kills. Really able to get his items up, increase his survivability to the point where he lasted long enough to you know, if he had to walk in and get a black hole, he could. He lasted long enough against the nukes, he lasted long enough against the DPS, was able to stay in team fights long enough to really support that Chaos Knight. Very, very good job. Puck was underfarmed from the very beginning. They kept him down with the VS and AA, which I still feel was a bad choice, as the Ancient Apparition really could do that by himself. The Ancient Apparition doesn't need the Vengeful Spirit in mid to keep the puck down. I really feel like they should have continued to maybe try to gank a little bit more in the top portion of the lane instead of focusing on that Enigma so much, as you see that Chaos Knight just free farmed. Too much in my opinion. However, you can't complain when you come away with a win, now can you? PGG, decent farm, not quite enough. Like I said, just pretty much under leveled in terms of where he should be. He should be where the Chaos Knight should be, and the Chaos Knight should technically be where he's at. I'm not sure what the point was in that. I really don't see why they were trying to force team fights in the early to middle portion of the game with a Faceless Void, when Faceless Void is useless in early and mid game. Yeah, I feel like they had a strategy, but they didn't follow it, and I feel like if they would have followed it, it would have been much better towards a win. However, it was not to be. And that is a Pro Dota commentary brought to you by Chales. See you guys next time. Take it easy.